Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man Bad Chad and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we're back at it. Hope everybody's having a good start to the weekend. What I've got going on here right now, at the present moment, I've just welded the two pieces of exhaust pipe for end. I just ground them off, made them look nice. I cleaned some metal up going across the back piece here. I got this seam welded shut. I've got my pattern laying in there. And what I'm thinking about doing right now is making the patterns and getting them placed in place to simplify. I called it sail panels yesterday, package tray. I think these are the sail panels, this is the package tray. But I'm trying to simplify it by making it this way. If you noticed, when I put the exhaust pipe up to the back of the window, that was not just cut straight. It had an angle on it, like something like this piece right here. Yeah, I'm just trying to simplify it to make it as easy as possible. And as I said, if I tried to make that all in one piece, that would be quite a complicated piece. It would take a long time, I'm thinking. The time that we have in is the time that you've seen yesterday, other than me taking the flapper wheel, knocking off a little bit of metal, welding that up and grinding that off. That wasn't very much, just kind of playing with it. But I've got the pattern here, and now we're going to put it on some metal and we're going to apply it to what's going on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Jolene looks amazing this morning. She woke up at 7 looking like a 10 and a half. This is 18 gauge. That's what I use most of the time, is 18 gauge. And the reason I use 18 gauge because if I want to grind the metal, I'm allowed to grind the metal anytime I want to. But what I feel is when I have a piece of 18 gauge, I have something that is a little thicker than your 20 and your 22. So you must, if you use 20 or 22, it's quite thin. It really is. Now let's make this piece. I want to get a straight edge. The only straight edge I have is here. Is on running up the exhaust pipe is the only straight edge I have. So I'm going to use it to my advantage. There's a couple places on the pattern that I could be a little bit tighter, and I marked it. So when I make the pattern, I get some. Thank you for the mega knots. So whatever you see on your pattern that you do not like, as you pull it off, it's a time to fix it when you're cutting it out of metal. So I feel like I'm pretty good here with this. I feel like I'm pretty good over here with this. I know what I'm missing right now is my glasses.
Right here, hon.
What's that? They're there. I like that they're red. They're easier to find than the black. Easier to find. Yes, they are. So, my belly's got a little growl on this morning. You hear that, sweetheart? My belly's got a little growl on it. So I'm just going to take this and put a little bit in it, just because I feel like it could use a little bit. Just a little bit. And if it doesn't pan out for me, then I can cut it off. And this one here needed a little bit the whole way because it kept falling down inside. And if it's too much, well then I cut it off. It takes a little bit of time if you make the pattern too big. But if you make it too small, then you're spending more time if you made it too big. That makes sense. Here we go. I'm thinking that we got a pretty good pattern going on. Before I cut that, me and Jolene have had the honor to be published in a book. I think it's the first book I've ever been published in, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure. It's called We Are Nova Scotia. And me and Jolene are in this book. there's just a, you know, a small blurb of who we are and what we do, I guess. And if you're interested in getting the book, where did they get it at? Do you know?
We got it at a local store.
At a bookstore, you obviously, that's where you get books, is bookstores. But I think there's 100 people of Nova Scotia, 100 portraits by Anne Lancelot?
Yeah, I think so.
Lancelot. 100 portraits by Anne Lancelot. So they took pictures of us, wrote a little comment, what we said and talked about. I'm even on the back page of the book, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm in the book. Jolene's in the book. And if you love Nova Scotia, go grab a book. Anne Lancelot. So we'll take that off. Thank you, Anne. We appreciate your thought. So this is a pattern for one side. I'm going to grab Fina because I know she just barked. Atta girl, come on in. You're working hard this morning. You're working hard this morning there, Fina. Alrighty, let's cut this bad boy. That's what you call aggravating. When you can't pick that metal up. Just gonna grab this. There we go. Trying to finish with that little tiny disc. It was a true struggle. Take that bad boy off. We'll get the sharp stuff taken off with this grinder. Take the sharp stuff off the wall. See, Jim got some new subscribers yesterday from the video. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. And if you want to subscribe to Jim Patterson, let's go take the piece of metal over that we got going on here. Ooh, liking that fit a lot better. A lot better. We're a little bit long here. We're a little bit long there. Yes, we are, but we're pretty darn close to getting it exactly. I do not want to put that panel in there just flat like that. We're going to put a little bit of roll on it. I'm going to do a little bit of rolling on that and get that. We'll send a piece of metal through it, check it out what it's got to be first. Excuse me, sweetheart. I'll go around this way so I don't bother you. Why? A little sniffle this morning. A little much. Don't want it that much. Let's go back through the other way and check it out. That's lots. That's lots. We'll have to push it down in place. Also, with this piece, I know you're not right here exactly, but this piece, if I took this piece and put this piece up to the back of the window and trace that off, thought of that, it's narrow. It's running this. It runs like this. So, in order for me to put that up there, it really doesn't give me a true read up here. Also, when I take this piece and put it up there, it sits up way higher than it sits there. This is sitting down inside the trunk piece. It's got that piece probably 2 inches sitting down inside the trunk. When it gets up here, then it sits up too high. So basically, it was kind of a piece that would give me a false read on everything. So when it came time to do this, I'd just rather leave that there and then try to do the eye thing and make it come smaller up here, because this would have kept it the same width if I use this for a pattern, and it would have been too high, so it would not have given me the read that I wanted. Get that in there straighter. Got a nice little roll on it. Everything should have a little bit of a roll on it to make it I don't feel like cutting that down in there very much. I feel like welding that. I think what I got going on there is really nice. I'm gonna look down through here. That's straight there, not bad. I'm gonna just take a look at this again. Fits really nice there. Just gonna mark a few things and just see. Air's leaking. This turns down here just a little tiny bit. I think I'll just, when I start welding it, I'll get it here and I'll just tap it down with the hammer, I'm thinking. This is feeling pretty good over here. I got a little spot over here that probably could trim off. And trim that off. But other than that, I'm going to put that in place. So we got a nice little roll on it. We don't want it coming down. Fitting there. Oh, I thought you were going to say, that damn car. It talks every time you touch it. It talks. We get this going. I am going to apply this piece in the car because it fits so darn good. And I'm feeling that with the roller, I should be able to get both sides exactly the same. With the roller, the way it's, when I'm rolling it, each side will fit the exact same. So, a bit of a Just looking to see where the best place to plunk it on is. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I got a little tiny bit, I got to get this a little tighter up in here. I'm going to take a little bit off that corner, just playing with it a little bit more, trying to make it just a little bit better. Just make it a little bit tighter, that's all. Just going to knock a little bit off this corner. Nice curve to it. Ooh, there. That's how much I just fixed that. See, we're right on the money there. I better go while I can, while the getting's good. Don't want it down too low. I'm going to tack it on right here. And then I'm going to pick it up. Tack it on. There. And then let it down as I go, because that was right down. So you got to pick your poison where you want to tack something on. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. It's going to keep running right along here, I guess. So I'm right on the verge of that. Going down the side, we're really good there. Let's weld this up here. Just closing my eyes as I go along. Just going to take a look at the back window and see if it's got this going on, and it does. I'm a little bit over here. I can run this. I got a piece of round rod running down this side. I'm over there a little tiny bit. I'm going to just take the zip cut and run along that. I'm just going to tack this in the center. I'm going to put a helmet on, and the reason being is to put a nice little spot of weld up here by the window. When you got a piece of metal coming like this and a piece of metal coming like this, it's probably best to get the wire exactly where you want it before you weld it. It's not bad though. Yeah, you can see how I can see where I spotted on the round rod right along there. I just want it down as best I can. It's not bad, but I probably could knock it off just a little bit. And I want to get a hammer to knock that edge, that little round spot down. When I knock this down around like that, it tightens everything up. I'm not going to hit that too hard. I'm just going to pry it down with my thumb. Because if I don't, It's just gonna bounce on me. Take a look at that for a second. Yeah, it's got a nice, it's going like this, going nice. Just kind of wonder if I should run the zip cut through that. I don't feel like it's necessary. So we Jolene's doing the best she can in the small little area, walking around pieces and parts. That's down in there nice. We'll go with that. That's down in there nice. Once I press it down in there, oh, it's beautiful. Not as beautiful as you, Jolene, but it's beautiful. That's right on the money. Right on the money. Right on the money, honey. It's hard to. One on this side. Real good. So it's better than good. Alrighty, there's our first piece. I'll make sure that's down as tight as possible. Wonderful. Thinking I'll be able to grind that off really nice where it's on that round stock going down. We'll be able to grind that off nice. That's basically what I'm thinking all the time when I'm welding something on. When I go to grind it off, am I going to be able to grind it all off to make it look nice? Let's make a piece for the other side. Just trying to look at it. It's a visual thing, you know. If you look at it and it don't look right, I suggest that you stop and try to make it look right. Looks good. Move this to this side. We have to take the pattern that we had for the other side. Put a little piece of tape underneath that. Bum, bum, bum. Slams are down on the. Now I gotta get back where Jolene is. I just want to look and see if it's straight up that it's nice. And I'm just looking for it, see if it was straight up there on this exhaust pipe. Now, the back seems to be okay. The front needs a little bit in the exact same spot. Now I'm just going to add a little bit. I think we're good. Let's make another one. Sweep that off. Alrighty. This is the piece I want. This is my straight edge. It's the only one I got. Alrighty. This one here I think is fine. This one line here I think is fine. I need a little bit in here. From there. Over. So I've made my adjustment with my brain. Use the pattern as a guide, and then I adjusted it with my brain. I only do what my brain tells me to do. And I'm feeling that most people are the same way. You only do what your brain tells you to do. This one's got a center that's messed up. Yeah, that's gonna look nice on there. Really nice. Awesome. I'm thinking that the exhaust pipe that we put in there, the piece that we cut, I'm thinking that this is a 18 gauge. I'm thinking that your exhaust pipe is probably 14, 16, probably a 14 gauge. That's quite thick. That's quite thick. So there's quite a bit of strength in that, and I want strength in that when it goes across there. I've got up on cars and stood on that piece before. I don't know if I'd want to stand on this one. I'm not sure, but I might put a little piece of round stock, like I did on this, a piece of round stock going there and one going down. I might add a piece of round stock right from there to there, just so it's more support and it's a lot stronger. But that's quite strong there compared to a piece of 18 gauge. Probably it's quite strong there. I'm gonna have to grow some fingernails. Not really. if I was using a smaller piece, if I had a smaller piece, I probably wouldn't be using the grinder to cut it. I'd be using the Beverly shear, no doubt in my mind. If I had a little smaller piece, I'd cut it that way. But where it's a big sheet of metal, like, you know, I can't put that in the Beverly shear and cut it. So basically what happens is once I start going with the zip cut, it's over. Let's just set it on there for giggles. Here we go. Wow, that fits good. That's actually probably a little bit better than the other side. Jimbo said it. That's better than the other side. And the reason being is I'm right on there. I'm right along there. Wow, awesome. Now we just got to figure out which way to roll it. It'll change, no doubt, with a little bit of roll in it. Beautiful. Let's clean that off. 18 gauge, and I use 023 wire. The 3/0 wire, I find it's just a little bit meaty for me. If you're, what I mean by meaty is a little bit too much wire when you're trying to. Now let's get that welder going, because there's no need to mess with it. Just kind of try to get it in the right place before I attack it, and then we'll get it on from there. Looking good. Not as good as you, Jolene, baby. Stay. Keep getting my gloves underneath of it. It keeps pulling it off. I don't want that. All right. I'm going to tack it. Right there, because it's just, nope. Tacked it there because it was easiest. That is so close. I gotta get on a. A little bit of a gap going on there, but that's right on the money. Gotta get that helmet on. A little bit of a gap going. I'm going to cut that off. Shut that off for a second. I think I can make that fit better. I get a little bit of a gap going on there, and I got a little bit of gap going on there. I might as well cure that gap by pulling this. Just going to take it off. Didn't get it in the exact right place. I think I can fix a little bit of it. No foul, just kind of. What do I always say? Just a little boo-boo. Clean that off. Do it again. can see how it's nice and tight. I can get it nice and tight up there. I can, if I place it on there right. Ouch. All right. A little bit of time here because it does fit so good, and that's the problem I'm having. It fits so good that I am having a little bit of a problem. That's the problem. I'm having a little bit of a problem because it fits so good. Yeah. Now, straight up along that exhaust pipe now, but I want it to come over a little bit. And we're tighter, fitting better all the way around. It really is. Take a little bit off just that corner. Jolene had some good shots yesterday, and I was wondering how she was getting that really good shot. And I'm thinking she had it on a stick in the air, didn't you? Huh? It was cool the angle that you had. It was cool. Yeah. Does it look straight up and down right here, just straight right along there? Why I chose there, it just looked nice, I guess. Just gotta pick. This all looks nice here. Beautiful here, actually. It's right on the edge. I'm going to get a screwdriver and just pick it up just a little tiny bit. And the reason beating it might be down just a little bit, I'll pry it up just a little bit. And I'll just work it as I go along, pick it up a little bit so everything is flush. Beautiful. That's what I want. Just down. Pushing this down as tight as it can be. That's the name of the game. Right on that seam. And I love it. And I love it. Alrighty. Pull this down. Now I got that nailed down there a little bit. Now I can hit it with a hammer. I'm just going to take a look back here to see if I got both corners looking the same. A little bit. Okay, I got a couple holes up there. Just gonna push down just a little tiny bit. Just a little bit. And then we'll go all the way along this. We'll start in the center. Got a little bit of a gap going on. A little bit of a gap going on there. Sometimes that makes it hard to weld, but I'll just take my time. Hold my tongue right, and we'll get it. So we'll just go around this, pat this up a little bit better. Got a little tiny bit of a gap going on right there. A little tiny bit of a gap. Yeah, that's good. Alrighty, we got a nice piece in there. We're not cleaned up real nice in there. Maybe a little bit lead, I'm not sure. Alrighty, we've got our two pieces going across the back of the package tray, which connect it to the sail panel. We got one more piece to make. Let's make it. Don't fall, Jolene. If you do, I'll pick you up. I'm just hoping, I'm gonna move that fender skirt, and the reason being is I don't want you to step on it. And then I'd have to fix it. We'll put that over, put that up here. I'm gonna use my same piece of paper that I have. Hard to get at. Is there a stool on that side, is there?
Yeah.
Jolene's probably saying, I'd wish you'd pick that thing up so I wouldn't walk on it. Huh? You know I'm filming. All right, we got something going on. No, it's too short that way. But we can adjust it with our, what? Alrighty, marker. This piece is going to have a different cut on it. I know it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. But I'm going to do the exact same distance on the back. It's got a different cut on it. When it comes right there in that corner, it really does. that. And I'll just add some to the back when I take this pattern over to the metal. Yeah, I'm going to do something. Nah, just kind of wait. Okay, we're sort of fitting in there. Sort of fitting in there. We want it to come up about here somewhere. Just kind of wonder if I could bring it up to. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's just make a line here. Make a line there. We know we've got probably 3/4 of an inch on the back side. I just cut that like that to give myself a reference point. If you're looking to make something, piece of Bristol board, rub your dirty fingers on it, you've got it. Even that you think something is complicated or anything like that, just, you know, uncomplicate it and grab yourself a piece of Bristol board. It'd be nice if I could get that welded right along the edge of that one, and that welded right along the edge of that one, and then I could grind that seam off like you'd never even know it was there. That would be absolutely awesome. Seems like it's a little bit too long, but that's okay for now. And I need 3/4 on the back of that bad boy. Let's take it over to our sheet of metal there and see what we can get. We got one straight edge. We'll go with that one. We need that much in the back at least. How straight that is, but it's not really that straight, is it? Alrighty. This panel is going to be a bunch long, or a bunch big, I think, and that's okay, because this is not really that nice going across the front. So I'm just going to try to straighten it out a little bit as I go with my eye. Looks like a little gouge in there, so we just straighten it with our eye. Back here, it had probably that much, or a little less. As you can tell, I'm a sketcher. Sketcher me, keep marking it like that, I guess. Alrighty, cut that bad boy out. So that should be getting smaller as it goes to center, which it is. If I measured it, it would tell you. With that, got it. Picked it up. This is the machine I was talking about. If I had a smaller piece, I'd cut it with this. Where it's smaller, I thought I'd just run it here and shut the grinder down. Just gonna look at that piece here. Where I start. Righty. We have to roll that up. So, I'm guessing, I'm a good guesser. What I'm looking at is this distance right here, right there, to up there. That's where I marked that. That's where I marked that to fit. Is up here. So I'm guessing the bend's here. So I'm guessing the distance from here to there. And I'm going to mark it along here. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. This one hasn't got sharp edges. On this side, that's got grinder marks. That'll cut me. Alrighty. Let's go in there and bend that. I'm just going to flatten this little piece out here. One thing with the zip cut, it doesn't bend the edges up sometimes. Sometimes that Beverly shear will stretch it and bend it. There's pros and cons to everything. This one here looks a little different on the edge there.
How come?
Jolene wants to ask me a question. How come what?
How come you wouldn't like use the shape that's already like? Do you know what I'm saying? Like weld it at the bottom of the curve.
And then what?
Do you know what I mean? Because you already have the curve there with the exhaust pipe.
Yes, but what I'm hoping is that I can get rid of, if I go over top it a little bit, then I can butt weld it on this. When I grind it off, it'll be perfect.
Okay.
Is what I'm hoping, but you're probably right with this down here. See, what's going to happen is when I grind that off, I might be able to grind that off perfectly. But it's going to need a little bit of bend to fit. I wouldn't want to go over just straight and bend, put it on. It's going to need a little bit so I can shear it off after. Mm-hmm. What she's asking is, why don't I bring it over and weld it on right along here? Well, I can do that and weld it right along there. I still need a little bit of a bend in it. But what I was thinking as I got down there, if I bring it right up this one, if I bring it like a quarter of an inch away, I could weld them both together and then grind it off and you'd never know it was there. The only problem is I'm going to have a little extra metal right at the edge there where I'm not going to be able to flush it off. You know, there would be an 18 gauge lip right here. That's would be built up a little bit. I was thinking there's almost that much in paint there, but that's what Jolene's asking. Why don't I just come over to here? I still can. I've got more metal than I need, but I was thinking if I marked it over here, at least I could get a mark this way. The other way I couldn't get a mark. So, good question, and I still might. I just want to bend it to get it fit down in there and see what's going on. Alrighty. Just going to put it at that mark. Put a little bend on it. Put it at that mark. A little bend on it. And I probably will. That fits quite nice. We're a little bit long in the back side here. That's fine. I don't mind that a bit. Now I gotta get back and take a look at this. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I'll make it up like that. See, now I could, you know what I'm saying? I could almost get that butt welded on that, and that seam would be gone for sure. Stay up there. I think I'd rather do it the way I was going. That way there, when I grind it off, I know I'm going to get all that off. And it don't look bad. Alrighty. Just hard to get at. This one here needs a little bit. It'd be nice to have the trunk panel off so I could stand up in there and do it. You can see when I push that up, it's hitting right there a little bit. I'll take a little bit off it. Take a little bit off it. And I might have to take the trunk lid off to do it. Now, as I got that up in there, I would like to make this fit a little better back. Keep sliding back on me, of course. Get up there. I'm guessing on this. I gotta take a look here before I cut that off. Woo, I had to cut that way off too far. It's got a funny shape right there. It does. Guessing. Also, it's too long on this edge and that edge, is it not? What's that?
That seems like it.
I wonder if I can lay the hand. Oh, stay. That much. And that one's the same all the way along. So I'm thinking that one needs that much off it. All the way along. That one needs that much all the way off along. I'm going to cut some off this. Even though this panel is down in the center, I still don't want this panel going down like that. I still want a little bit of raise in it. It looked a little bit. So I've got a little bit marked on either side that I want to take off. Just going to take my finger and scribe it down. Take my finger. What am I going to do there? Because it wants to be bent down just a little bit. Because we're rolling up, and then it's got to be tucked down to that. I'll do it on the back side. Not sure if I'm going to ruin it or not, but I'm going to try to bend it back. Just going to try and put on this line here. trying to get that. A little bit more. Did a little bit for me. More stuff in the way. Let me shake it off. Trying to get this metal to tip back. As I got the round part, I needed to tip down, and I don't want to bang it with a hammer. Not really. My brake is a little bit, what can I say? Not holding the metal down really tight. Maybe did that time. And we'll see. Let's cut this little excess metal off. Zip cut. How I tipped that down a little bit, just put that edge in there, it rolled up, I had to tip it down a little bit. Don't want to beat it all with a hammer. Jolene's looking at the clock. What time is it?
It's 10:30.
How much? What time at now?
Oh, 1:03.
1:03. I'm going to try to zip this off. We'll set it in there. And then we'll go from there, see what happens. There's that. That's called fool's gold. That's what that is, fool's gold. These are gold, aren't they? Yeah, fool's gold. Zip this one off. Get. Anything to slow me down, eh, baby? Anything to slow me down. Now, I want that roll just a little. I can't get that in there no more, I don't think. I'll stick it in the brake. Just going to break that edge a little bit more, roll that up again. Going in on the second line this time. Just going to hold it there. I'm just going to bend it a little bit, that's all. That's all I'm doing. Just bending it on my own. Now, the center, I don't want the center. The center seems straight. Not bad. I want a little bit out. There, I can weld that. Need some off the back. And you can see how I got that tip down. Now I can fill that full of weld where it comes together. But I need a little more. Just need a little more action there, that's all. What I need by a little more action is I need to bend this round going up again just a little bit more. Can't get it. Yeah, maybe. Use that boy. Get in there. I did once upon a time have this bench made so I could do that. There's everything in the in the way. Look at that. Still can. Just want a little more action on that roll, that's all. Just a little more action. I got quite a bit of weld in there if I want to make that. Stay up in place. So I got to cut the back off. I got to play with it a little bit more to make it work right. But what I'm thinking is I'd weld that together on that seam. Actually, I'm liking that there. I'd weld that seam together. And that way there, when I grind it off, you can't tell. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for coming back. As you can see, what I got going on there, I'm actually pretty happy with what's going on there. I'll have to build the weld on the exhaust pipe back and forth a little bit. I'll connect both pieces. I will fill that full of weld there all the way along there. And the reason being I fill that full of weld is because when I grind it off, you won't be able to tell that I made that seam. I got a little bit to cut off back here, so I can get it butt weld across the back here the best I can. And then I think I really will be happy with it. We'll be happy with it. And you can also, I think you can tell that it's narrower in the center and wider in the back, which is wider back here, and it keeps going all the way up. It gives it that look that I'm looking for. It is. Alrighty, everybody, thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you like. Have a great day, and we'll get this panel in, and when you come back tomorrow, you'll get to see what it looks like. Thanks very much for coming back. We appreciate it. Have a good one.